we're gonna transform her backhand into a one-handed backhand. She's never hit a one-handed backhand before. We want to give you the opportunity to see how you would work on hitting a one-handed backhand. First, you have to have a great unit turn. The second key is making sure you have the butt pull. The third key is making sure that you have pull number 1 and number 2. So hopefully you had a chance to check out the first video where we talked about the unit turn and the infamous butt pull. Now we're going to continue to really focus on how to round out the rest of your stroke and talk about the swing and also how to add more topspin. That's one of the other big things that I think a lot of one-handers struggle with. They have this flat stroke they can't control, they can't do a lot of things with, but we're going to make sure you have it all covered in this video with Kirby's transformation of taking her backhand to being a very, very good backhand. So again, we're going to go a quick little review. Kirby's going to start off finding her grip, holding the racket out in front of her, just like this, making sure that her wrist is in a nice neutral position here. Super important. From this, we're going to go back to the ready position, and she's simply going to split and do the unit turn. Looks really good. Key markers again is racket face facing back, butt of racket facing down. Now she's going to go to the butt pull. Again, we're going to pull the butt, and then she's going to step. Go ahead and step, good. Now as she steps, she's not going to put her weight on her front foot, she's going to have a little bit more on her back, and then we're going to focus the first part of the swing. Now the key to the swing is making sure that we're going to pull the butt of the racket from under the ball all the way up and extending. Now I want Kirby to finish right here for now, okay? So again, really important that as you pull, that the butt of the racket is facing this way, and she's going to pull from low to high, extend through the shot, and hold it right here, okay? So once she's done this, this is the basic swing for your one-handed backhand. So I'm going to have her go through the steps one more time where she's going to start off in a good ready position. She's going to go do unit turn. Okay, good. Step, butt pull, and then she's going to pull and then hold the finish. Awesome job, Kirby. Now, as she's going through this progression of taking everything pretty slow, I want her to start kind of molding everything together so it's a little bit more fluid. So as she goes split, it's going to happen together and drop, and you'll see that everything flow together instead of being so segmented right now. Again, if you haven't mastered this, if you have trouble getting the unit turn with your shoulders or getting the non-dominant hand to drop the racket into the butt pull, don't progress on. This is one of the other big mistakes I think a lot of players make is they try to force it if it's not there. Make sure you take it step by step. Kirby? Good. Very good. Got to get out of the way. Okay. So Kirby's doing a great job right now. I'm going to have her do one more shadow, and this is where we're going to start introducing a ball. Good. So what I want to see Kirby do is nothing dramatic. We're not trying to kill the ball. I just want to see her focus on getting to the butt pull position and pulling her racket from low to high. So again, we're going to segment it a little bit so she doesn't have to think about everything all at once. I'm going to have her go ahead and get the racket back in her unit turn. Go ahead. And then she's going to step. And I'm going to simply have her go butt pull, and I'm going to drop it and let her swing. Okay, totally fine. And this is to be expected. Even though Kirby's an excellent pro, she's played for years, she's training new muscles right now. And this is exactly why I wanted her to do this. She's training brand new muscles, so it's not going to be perfect. So if you go out there, you shank the first ball, it's okay. Okay, so go ahead and
shake it out.
Shake it out. Same thing.
Okay.
Unit turn, butt pull, okay. Good, very good, okay. Unit turn, butt pull. Good. One more.
Okay.
Unit turn, butt pull. So already you can see it developing. One thing I would ask for Kirby to do right now is take a little pace off and really accentuate the racket going low to high, and this will create a little bit more height over the net. But Kirby's doing a great job. We're going to do one more and then start working on the final key to having a really good backhand. Good? Perfect. That's the tempo you want to use. So make sure when you go out and practice this, you're not trying to blaze and kill the first ball. You're trying to work a tempo and develop the muscle memory and skills to do this consistently. It's not going to happen overnight, even though Kirby can come out and do it in a day or two. Now we're going to get close to the final key. We want to review over the things we've talked about one more time because there's key points I don't want you to miss. So again, Kirby's going to go and take the racket back from the unit turn, get to the butt pull. She's going to step, pull the racket on the follow through, and then she's going to continue. Right now, I want you to understand that this is a great follow through just for a standard backhand. It puts Kirby in a position of not overemphasizing the wrist, which we're going to talk about, which is the third key of having a great backhand. But I want you to understand, as you start working through key number 1, the unit turn and the butt pull, this is the general position, or the position you want for the follow through. Having the strings above her head, not out here just yet. Now we're going to start working on the third position, which is pull 1 and pull 2. Funny enough, Kirby's already doing pull 1. So if she gets in the butt pull position, I'll explain exactly what pull 1 is. Pull 1 is, as she swings, she's pulling the racket forward, okay? And this provides a lot of the drive and some topspin. But to have a really good backhand, you want to be able to create more topspin, potentially hit a heavier ball, or deal with balls that are higher in the strike zone. And if you're pulling straight here without learning how to use your forearm, then you're pretty limited to balls in your strike zone right around here. Pull 2 is where we're going to allow Kirby, go ahead and hold it, allow Kirby to start using her forearm. Now, one thing I want you to understand, that this is a very abbreviated action, meaning that Kirby doesn't need to accentuate this pull like this. This is extreme and it doesn't need to happen. Simply because we need her to understand just rotating her forearm about this much. That's perfect. So as she's doing her pull from the butt position, again, pull 1 and pull 2, she's pulling forward, but also as the racket comes up, she's going to rotate and create some topspin. And a lot of times this is why you see this nice butt of the racket finish here with a lot of players, and they can create that topspin. When you see Roger Federer playing on clay, he can handle those high balls because he's creating the pull 2 action in the wrist. So I'm going to ask Kirby to go through and start in the butt pull position. And as she pulls, I want her to rotate the pull 2. So she's going to start pulling, and you're going to see in our first demo here, she kind of pulled a little straight through. Now that we're really accentuating the 2, we want to make sure the racket gets under so it has room to brush up as she's pulling in pull 2 position. So could you try it again? Mm-hmm. Okay. She's pulling, okay. Still a little straight across, and you're going to notice the difference when she starts hitting the ball. Once she gets to this butt pull position, the racket's going to be slightly lower, pulling up through the contact. So I have her do it one more time. And this is totally normal. And one crucial key is when you go out and you're training yourself with a new stroke, use a camera, a cell phone, a tablet, whatever you have, go out there and use it and check each position. This is exactly why we're going through each position step by step. Okay? So she's going to again go pull 1, pull 2, and rotate. Good. That's pretty good. One more time. Okay? Good. And you can really see how she's accentuating the follow through. Nice long follow through. So what I'm going to do again is we're going to watch Kirby hit a couple balls, and she can really tell what's going on as far as creating spin and drive through the ball. Okay, so good. You can tell that her swing's a little bit straight, and that's why it went in net. As she elongates this low to high racket path with the pull 2, you're going to start noticing more height on the ball. And hopefully you could hear the spin on the ball. This looks really good. Kirby's doing a great job. So this is exactly how you want to train this. If Kirby was, let's say, at home, she would have the racket in this position and maybe have somebody drop her a ball. Or she could do the exact same thing and toss the ball a little bit higher to give herself a little bit more time to execute these positions. Right here. Good. Good. As you can see, this is shaping up nicely. Kirby's done a great job with locating and getting herself in those 3 key positions. Now, Kirby, how does this feel for you, not actually having a one-handed backhand and hitting it?
It feels really good, but it feels brand new, like it needs more training, more repetitions.
Exactly. Keyword, training and repetitions. And that's why we have an action plan exactly on the steps you need to take to do or have this transformation, and it's at onehandedbackhand.com. Make sure you go there, because when you go there, you're going to get an action plan that takes you through a couple extra things that we didn't have necessarily time to go through here, but it's going to be a full walkthrough of all the things you need to do to have a great transformation in your one-handed backhand. Good job.
Thanks.